Hello students, so we are now on lesson 2 about science and technology and its role in nation building, and it consists topics like science and technology defined. We also have importance of science and technology to national development. We have importance of science and technology and the impact of technology on society. So we will start with the introduction to science and technology, how these terms are being defined. So we will start with science. Accordingly, science is the process of discovering, explaining, and predicting natural or social phenomena, while on the other hand, technology are the activities that apply the principles of science and mechanics to the solutions of a specific problem. So, the argument of having science and technology is somewhat can be defined by these two terms, the discovery versus invention. So, ganito, ano nga ba yung science at technologies? Kasi minsan, kapag nakarinig tayo ng words na science at technology, we tend to make it interchangeable. Kumbaga, parang alam natin na pareho lang ata yung science at technology. So, we will try to differentiate this one. Ano nga ba yung science? So, let's take this one as an example. Itong development ng ating agriculture. Dati, ang ating mga ancestors in the past centuries or kumbaga, in the old ages, yung tanging way nila to find food is just by hunting. Hindi pa nila alam paano magtanim, paano mag-alaga ng hayop para maging pagkain. Ang alam nila is mag-hunt lang. Kaya, ang tendency, they try to find or kumbaga, paikot-ikot sila sa iilang lugar or hindi sila nag-stay sa isang lugar dahil nakakaubusan ng mga pagkain. Halimbawa, kung marami ng population dyan, yung mga hinahunt nilang animals, kumbaga magkakaubusan. Sa mangyayari, pupunta sila sa ibang lugar na maraming pwedeng magiging pagkain o pwede nilang mahunt. Until such time that there is already a scientific know-how, kumbaga may scientific knowledge na about pagtatanim, then the people started to plant crops. Kumbaga, ang nangyayari, they try to plant crops at mag-alaga ng hayop. Sa nangyayari, natuto na silang magstay sa isang lugar at nagkakaroon na sila ng pagkain by planting. Kumbaga, nagka-cultivate na sila, marunong na sila mag-cultivate ng area para pagtamnan ng iba't ibang crops at pag-alagaan ng mga hayop na pwede nilang gawing pagkain na hindi na nang hahunt. Until such time na hanggang ngayon, na may mga inventions na about technological equipments na pwedeng mag-harvest, pwedeng mag-araro ng mas mabilis kaysa yung paggamit ng kalabaw or some past generations na yung mga ginagamit nilang technologies. So sa example na yon, ano nga ba talaga, try natin i-define kung ano ba yung science technology. Okay. Again, ang science is for example, yung pagkakadiscovery nila ng knowledge na kung ganun yung yung mga siblings ng ating mga crops ay pwedeng itanim. So kung itatanim natin to sa isang lugar, posibleng dadami sila at magiging pagkain. So they try to apply that knowledge or scientific knowledge at nagkakaroon na sila ngayon ng isang farm. So nangyayari, there's already an application of science. For example, alam nila na napakahirap pala yung mag-harvest. So, they try to seek knowledge about that at nagkakaroon na ngayon ng inventions about yung mga gadgets or mga equipments na pwede mag-harvest ng mas mabilis. So, ang nangyayari, there's already an inventions from having discovery of some knowledge and they apply that discovery at nagiging equipment, nagiging technology. So ito yon. Ang technology is just the application of science. So yung science is yung pagkaka-discover, para magkaroon ng technology. So when you apply that scientific knowledge, that's already technology. Kasi minsan, ang alam natin, pag technology, gadgets, cellphone, computers, and some other equipments, yun lang alam natin ng technology. But again, kahit yung pag-apply nila ng scientific knowledge about crops at nagkakaroon na sila, in-apply nila pa, nagkakaroon ng farm, technology na iyon. Because that is already an application of scientific knowledge na in-apply into a specific problem at nagiging technology. So again, lahat ng application ng scientific knowledge to address a problem is already technology. Yung mga equipments is, kumbaga, part pa rin ng tinatawag nating technology. But technology doesn't only pertains to equipments or gadgets. So ganun yung pagkakadeferensya ng science at technology, but they could not be separated from one another. They work vice versa to one another. But they are not the same, but they work in, they are not interchangeably, but ano sila? Kumbaga, hindi sila pwedeng paghiwalayin. Okay? So let's have science and technology, national development. So we all know that, kumbaga, ang categorization minsan ng isang bansa, ng pagiging maunlad at kumbaga organisadong bansa ay kung paano ina-apply yung science and technology. So we'll start with this one. Development at any phase is always linked with the technology. And the technology happens when there is advancement of science. Kumbaga, there will always be a development when there is high range of technologies. And technology will only exist with the advancement of what we call science. So again, ang isang lugar ay nagde-develop when there is technology. At ang technology is galing sa isang scientific knowledge. So dito tayo. Today, countries are typically classified as developed or developing countries, and its major categorization is based on the economy and the application of science and technology. So alam natin na ang Pilipinas belong pa rin sa tinatawag na developing country. Bakit nga ba? Okay. Isa sa mga major categorizations is itong tinatawag na economic status at ang application kung paano ina-apply ng isang bansa ang science and technology. Halimbawa, yung Japan, America, and some other all developed countries in the first world countries, nagiging part sila ng mga developed countries dahil sa mga technological advancements, kumbaga, na napakarami ng mga bagay-bagay sa kanila na wala sa ibang bansa, or kumbaga, they are so progressive in terms of the application of science and technology. At yung economic status minsan ay, kumbaga, tumataas rin yung range ng economic status ng isang bansa when there is high range of having technology, science, and technology. So, ganun yung development, nagkakaroon ng isang development kapag nagiging maayos yung pag-a-apply ng science and technology sa isang bansa. So, let's move to this one. Science and technology is a field of endeavor upon which a two-way interaction operates between the two. Again, yung science and technology, hindi pwedeng paghiwalayin. They work to one another and vice versa. Okay? Dito tayo sa importance of science and technology. So we all know that science and technology exist everywhere and in our lives. So dito tayo, science and technology are extremely essential in our everyday life as they have made things more simple and fast. Kumbaga, nagiging mas comfortable yung pamumuhay natin because of science and technology. Almost everything around us is a gift of science and technology. Yung mga cellphones natin, yung mga books, yung mga silya, even with our computers and internet, and most of the things in this world, yung mga damit natin, are just the gift of science and technology to human endeavor. Okay? So here are some science and technology, or here are what science and technology do for us. So napakarami nito, but we will just list a little. So it helps us save time and money. So let's take for example, when you try to walk a 1 kilometer distance, magiging mas matagal yung pagdating mo sa isang lugar when walking kumpara sa kung sasakay ka ng motorsiklo. Kumbaga, it saves more time. Halimbawa, yung advancement ng technology ng motorsiklo, okay, kumpara sa walking, kung maglalakad ka ng 1 kilometer at kahit tatakbo ka pa ng mabilis, magiging mas mabilis pa rin yung pagdating mo kung nakasakay ka sa isang motorsiklo. So that is one help of science into human being. It helps us save time and even money. Kumbaga, kapag may isang bagay na ginagawa ka at magko-cost yun ng malaking pera, or for example, sa negosyo mo, magko-cost yan ng malaking pera kung wala kang mga sariling mga technologies na ginagamit. Halimbawa na lang, kapag nagnenegosyo ka ng isang sari-sari store, mas makakatipid ka ng pera kung may sarili kang sasakyan or kung may sarili kang gadgets na pwedeng paggamitan kaysa yung nagko-commute ka pa or somewhat, kumbaga, wala kang masyadong technologies for that specific scenario. So magkakaroon ng kumbaga malaking gastos. So kung meron kang mas malaking technological advancements, meron kang sariling ganyan, so it helps you save money also. So we will go with the help of science and technology in the education sector. So itong ginagawa natin ngayon, like online learning, so amidst pandemic, we cannot have face-to-face interaction in our class. So isa sa pinakamalaking help ng science and technology sa education sector is itong, halimbawa itong internet at itong ating mga gadgets. So, I just record discussions and you will just watch this later. So, kumbaga, nagpapatuloy pa rin yung education kahit may pandemic. Hindi nga lang face-to-face and your learning happens virtual and online. So, napakalaking tulong nito para magpatuloy ating education system. We also have the internet. Of course, we cannot do this one without having internet. Kasi, pagkatapos ko ma-record ito, I will upload this in some other platforms at doon matitingnan nyo using the internet. So, ang internet mismo, kumbaga, nagiging buhay na natin yan ngayon. Napakahirap pag wala kang access sa internet. Hinahanap-hanapin na talaga natin ngayon sa panahon ngayon. Okay, we have provides us devices for comfortable sleeping, quick cooking, and fast commuting. Yes, of course, science and technology helps us lalo na sa ating mga kabahayan. So, we tend to have comfortable sleeping dahil sa pagkakaimbento ng ating mga kama, yung mga paghihigaan natin. We also have this one, quick cooking, yung mga gamit natin, yung mga gas stove, yung mga LPGs or something pa na ganyan. We have fast commuting, may mga tren na tayo, may airplanes, may mga barko, and some other fast commuting vehicle. We also have, it helps us live a better life. So alam natin yan, science and technology helps us live a more comfortable and it tends to have a better life when we get through with science and technology. So let's move on to this one, impact of technology on society. So titingnan natin kung may mga impact ba talaga itong technology sa ating society. So technology has improved transportation. Kumbaga, titingnan natin yun kung ano nga ba yung mga pinaka-common na application or impact ng technology sa ating society. Okay? Una dito, technology has improved transportation. So, na-discuss natin yan kanina na nagkakaroon ng mas magandang transportation and even mass transportation. Kumbaga, pwede nang magkarga ng napakaraming tao sa isang biyahe lamang because of these advancements. So, ito yung mas isa sa mga impact ng technology sa society natin. Nag-i-improve yung transportation system. We also have technology has improved communication gamit itong mga cellphones, TV stations, radio stations, and some other things na pwede natin ginagamit yung mga social medias. So it helps us, ang society is natutulungan ng technology in having good communication sa kahit sa iba't ibang mga lugar. We also have the World Wide Web. Kumbaga, ang World Wide Web is the source of all innermost informations. Kumbaga, kahit anong information na pwede mong i-search through the World Wide Web or the www. So, kumbaga, lalabas just in one click. So, ito yung mga isa sa mga nagbibigay impact sa ating society. Kumbaga, yung learning is hindi na naging mahirap because of the advent of the World Wide Web. We also have technology has improved education and the learning process. Ito yung sa education plan kanina. Kumbaga, nagiging mas maganda yung flow ng ating education system. Having this kind of online classes, yung teaching and learning process is nagagawa even without having face-to-face interaction. So, let's move to the role of science and technology in nation building. So, we have this one, science and technology has been one of the main driving force of the economic growth of nations. So, ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, kapag ang isang country is hindi marunong or hindi pinapahalagahan yung technological, scientific, and technological advancements, magiging, kumbaga, hindi naman nagiging mahirap masyado, pero nagiging behind siya sa ibang mga bansa na mabilis yung pag-angat ng science and technology and even economic status of a nation is depending on the technological advancement of the country. So, ngayon, ang nangyayari, aabot talaga sa panahon na kapag nagiging behind masyado ang isang bansa sa isang technological advancements, posible na yung country na yan is hindi na makakapag-support ng buhay ng tao. Kasi pwede naman, pero nakadepende na siya sa technological advancements ng ibang mga bansa. So we have this one. It is then of paramount importance for a nation to generate and develop new knowledge in science and technology through its own research capability. Kaya nga, yung Pilipinas, mayroon talagang Department of Science and Technology para mapagpatuloy yung research about science and technology. Kasi alam ng mga leaders, alam natin na kapag behind tayo, is mas lalo tayong hindi magpa-progress na lugar kapag behind tayo sa technological advancements. So, developments in science and technology are fundamentally altering the way people live, connect, and communicate and transact, profound effects on economic development. So, alam na, yung science and technology, kumbaga, lahat ng aspect ng ating buhay is natatouch talaga nitong science and technology. Kahit nga yung pagkain mo, gumagamit ka ng mga kutsara, tinidore, o kahit yung paglalakad mo, may mga tsinelas ka. So, bawat parte ng buhay natin ay gumagamit tayo ng science and technology. So, dito tayo. The technological evolutions of the 21st century is emerging from entirely new sectors based on microprocessors, telecommunications, biotechnology, and nanotechnology. Lalong-lalo na ngayon, in the 21st century, yung mga standards ng ating living ay tumataas pa because of the advent of having this 21st century. Iba-iba na yung hinahangad ng mga tao, iba-iba na yung mga hinahanap. Kaya dapat ang isang lugar, isang nation is magpapatuloy pa sa kanilang mga research about having the improvisation of the science and technology in its department sa isang country. Okay, dito tayo sa the role of science and technology in developing world in the 21st century. Okay, countries should promote technological advancements. Ito yung dapat gawin talaga ng isang nation just to cope up with the standards of the 21st century people. Kasi iba na yung standards, yung mga ginagamit is kumbaga na yung mga bagay na sikat noon o mga bagay na ginagamit noon is napapalitan na ngayon ng mga high quality equipments or high tech na mga gadgets. We also have this one. Developing countries should invest in sectors like quality education for youth, continuous skill training for workers and managers, and should ensure that knowledge is shared as widely as possible across society. Kaya kahit may pandemic, pinapahalagan pa rin talaga itong education kasi ito yung kumbaga nagbibigay progress sa isang nation. Kumbaga dapat yung knowledge is makakonvey kahit kumbaga kailangan mapadali yung pag-share ng knowledge or kumbaga dapat magpatuloy siya, hindi dapat stagnant. Kasi delikado ang isang nation kapag nag-stagnant yung ating advancements about science and technology. And yung dapat yung mga developing countries, kailangan bigyan talaga ng tuon itong education for youth and some skills training sa ating mga workers. Okay? Thank you so much. I know, medyo hindi na natin madidiscuss pa sa video na ito ang lesson 3. So much for that. Thank you for watching and goodbye.